I know if someone asked you which Bible versions are the best, probably you did mention the Ethiopian Bible, or maybe you did mention the Catholic Bible. But what if I told you these are not Bibles you should be reading as a Christian? The Bible is an old book, an ancient book, with the Old Testament being written in Hebrew and Aramaic, and the New Testament being written in Greek. You have heard that some part of the Bible was found around the Dead Sea, and so they are called the Dead Sea Scrolls. They are found around 150 before Christ. We also know about the Septuagint, which was found around 250 before Christ. We also know about the Codex Sinaiticus. We know some scribes of the Bible who wrote down some of the things and preserved some of the old writings of the Bible. And such a scribe was Ezra. Jeremiah also wrote some of his prophecies down. Polycarp, a disciple of Paul, also helped in the writing and preservation of Christian writings. Irenaeus and Origen, who were scholars of the Bible or theology, also helped in preserving some of these old books. Saint Jeremy and monks of the Scriptoria also played very important role in canonizing and preserving books of the Old Testament. Now, when you pick the Bible of the Catholic and then Ethiopian, you'll find a book called the Apocryphal books. The Apocryphal books are not part of most of the common Bibles used by Protestant churches. Now, when I say Protestant churches, I mean any church that is not part of the Catholic Church is a Protestant church. Now, when you take the Catholic Bible or the Ethiopian Bible, you're going to find the Apocrypha books as well as the Genotics Gospels. Now, the reason why most Protestant churches have their Bibles in a way that is quite different from the Catholic and the Ethiopian Bible is because they have removed some of these books like the Apocrypha and the Genotics Gospel. Now, the reason why the Apocrypha book was removed is because never once did Jesus quote from any of the Apocrypha books. We talked about consistency earlier on, and we mentioned that the Bible is consistent and does not contradict each other. So Jeremy, one of the translators of the Bible from 400 AD, decided that the Apocrypha book was not the Word of God. Also, there are some rumors that says that it was a book written by some Egyptians and that it is not the Bible. But he was forced by the Catholic Church to add it to the Bible. Now, the Gnostic Gospel also contradicts anything that we have been taught by Jesus Christ and their apostles. And that is why most Protestant churches do not have it in their Bible. Now, let's do a deep dive into which Bibles you should read. I recommend the King James Version, Old King James Version, also known as the Standard Authorized Version of the Bible, completed around 1611 by the author of King James of England. It was actually updated in 1749. The King James Bible has quite some difficult Old English language that I may not recommend for a new Christian who is now trying to really understand the Word of God, because Old King James Bible is quite difficult to understand because of the Old English. Old King James Bible has the original translation, which they got from 13 Textus Receptus. Yes. And so it is a great translation that you should read. The New King James Bible is just an updated version of the Old King James Bible, where the English has been improved to help modern readers to understand what they're reading. New King James Bible was brought out around 1982. It also has the original Greek and Greek, Hebrew, and Arabic manuscripts, just that it has been improved a little bit for the understanding of anybody who wants to read it. The NIV Bible was first completed in 1978 by the International Bible Association. It was also gotten from the original Greek manuscript, and so the translation is quite accurate for any Christian. Another Bible I recommend is the Amplified Bible. Now, one thing you should know about all these Bibles are that, yes, there are different versions, but they are all the Word of God. The translations are quite accurate. Very accurate for any Christian that wants to read them. And so you should get yourself the Amplified Bible. The English is kind of better. It's kind of better than the King James Version, and it's kind of a little bit better than the NIV. Like, they're breaking it down more for you to understand. If you know any other Bible you recommend, you think Christians should read, kindly leave it in the comment below so other Christians can read them.